I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm back. Welcome to Box Score Watching with Wayne, man. We had a crazy trade just happen. So Stefon Diggs is being traded last night. So first of all, let's talk about last night. Somebody said Josh benefit from having a top tier receiver. Yes. Is he essential to his success? No. That's what somebody said. Stefon Diggs said yesterday. You sure? And now he's been traded. So Stefon Diggs has been traded to the Houston Texans. I want to get the proper trade details. So it's going to be for a second round pick, which came from Buffalo, which came from the Vikings. If you remember, the Vikings and the Texans did a trade this year for the Vikings to get 2 first round picks, right? Which essentially probably going to be a quarterback. Even though we got news yesterday saying Sam Darnold is going to be a quarterback this year, targeting somebody in 2025. Don't know who that may be. Probably should order. Next, the Bills are sending a 5th and a 6th this show. A 5th for 2025, a 6th next year. So again, the Minnesota's pick that the Buffalo's getting is going to be a second round pick for 2025, not this upcoming draft. And Stefon Diggs. So picks are very valuable. You can get a really good receiver in the second round. I believe Stefon Diggs was a 4th round pick. Maybe, I think it was a second. Actually, I think it was a second round pick. So now Texans are getting a top tier-ish, top 10-ish receiver. He's a top 10 receiver. I'm not going to hate. Top 10 receiver, Stefon Diggs. And now the Houston Texans offense is, right now, the Houston Texans offense is going to be C.J. Stroud. They also picked up Joe Mixon, Stefon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell. With Dalton Schultz at tight end. They also added Jeff Okudah. They got C.J. Henderson. They added Danielle Hunter. They added Danico Autry. The Houston Texans are a legit, and let me tell you guys, the Houston Texans are a legit title contender with a year 2 quarterback. C.J. Stroud is going to be in MVP talks. He was already as a rookie this year. He's officially MVP talks. If you thought it's crazy, because we can easily say before the Stefon Diggs trade, Josh Allen was iffy. C.J. Stroud is 10 times better than Josh Allen was as a quarterback their rookie years. Now he's getting Stefon Diggs. Nico Collins is coming off a all-pro-ish type of year. You could argue he could have made the all-pro team last year. Tank Dell was one of the better top 3 rookie wide receivers last year. Stefon Diggs now. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. And then their improvements on their defense that they're gonna make this year. They should easily win the division. They should easily finish with at least. I'm going on a limb. They should have 12 wins next year. So they should be a top 3 seed in the AFC next year. The AFC just got a whole lot harder. And if you think about what the Bills is, I'll make a separate videos about the Bills. But what direction do the Bills go now? Losing everybody that they lost, and I'm going to say that for another video. But that's crazy. I'm going to focus on the Texans in this video. There's so much. Their offensive coordinator came on the scene and was doing a lot of great things. Now you have somebody that's versatile in a Stefon Diggs who can move on the outside. You can move him in the slot. You have a Dalton Schultz. You improved on your offensive line by getting Mitch Morris at center. They probably go offensive line in the draft as well to continue to improve on that. Already got Laremy Tunsil. You added the Joe Mixon to the mix. And you still got Dameon Pierce. People forget about him. So you're gonna have a 2-headed monster at running back. You're gonna have 3 legit wide receivers. A legit tight end 1. A legit top 10 QB. This offense, you could maybe argue, outside of the Dolphins, this may be the scariest offense in the NFL. Outside of the Dolphins, and they may even be scarier than the Dolphins. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is the scariest offense in the NFL. You got Tank Dell, you got Dalton Schultz, who's a great tight end. You saw what he did last year. You got Stefon Diggs, who a lot of people had him in their top 3 the year before. Maybe not last year, but the year before, he was a top 3 receiver. Elite route runner. C.J. Stroud, top 10 QB. Joe Mixon, you can argue he's possibly a top 10 running back. Give me an argument. Some people may take him out. Laramie Tunsil, top 10 offensive tackle in the league. Their defense, Daniel Hunter is a great edge rusher. He's gonna be great. Him and Anderson on the other side of each other. We saw what Stingley did. You got Jeff Okudah now. Petrie. They made some really, really good changes. I wanted to go over all the moves that they made. So just to recap what the Texans did. They added Stefon Diggs, Danielle Hunter, Joe Mixon. The Nico Autry was a great defensive tackle pickup. They also got Tim Settle. Took Tommy Townsend. Punters are needed. Jeff Okudah, C.J. Henderson. And they've been doing a lot of good things. I want to see what other picks they have in the draft right now. Texans draft picks. So I want to see what picks they have right now before I move any further. So the Texans currently right now, they did trade the 23rd overall pick. So they still have a second round pick this year. 2 second round picks this year. They got a third round pick, 2 fourths, and a 6. So if I go to PFF and try to figure out what are their exact needs, this kind of makes sense for me right now. So I am going to go to PFF, go to the mock draft simulator, and see what the Texans' needs are, and just let's hypothesize like what we want to do for them in this draft. So we're going to start this draft. So it says they need a wide receiver, which they no longer need. So they need defensive lineman, linebacker, cornerback. Right? If I'm done with the 42nd pick, there are moves that you can really make. So with the 42nd pick right now, it's showing me I can get Mike Sandstrom. But you did this pick up C.J. Henderson. Do you really need Mike Sandstrom, right? I could get Peyton Wilson. So, I'm going to draft Peyton Wilson here for them. Right, we're going to get Peyton Wilson. We're going to come back here again. And then with the 59th pick, I'll get Chris Jenkins. Right? Get a Chris Jenkins. And then the third round, I could come back here again and see who I can get. Just going to do those 2 picks. Jeremy Trauler might end up on this team as well. So maybe I reach with Peyton Wilson. They might end up getting somebody like Jeremy Trauler. So it's a lot of good things that they could do, man. They are a bona fide, and when I say bona fide, they are a bona fide contender. They're doing some great things. But this is a crazy trade, man. Shout out to the Texans are a master class of that offseason. They could continue to only get better. This is what you do when you have a rookie QB who has a great year. You build off of him and get him as many pieces as you need to be successful within that window. So Texans did a great job, man. That is the end. My name is Wayne, and I'll holla at you.